Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. This is Kimberly Sanders and our amazing panel of beautiful ladies coming to you live tonight to share incredible stories with from our hearts, of course, because of joining one of the most incredible companies. It's called Purium. We are a company that is really taking on the knowing and sharing of the most clean organic superfoods on the market. And we are watching people's lives change before our eyes. And that's why we come here in this beautiful community, being able to share stories of friends that have had amazing transformations. So we love to come on and share these transformations and then have our beautiful Yarrow Dankert come in. She is a regenerative health practitioner and herbalist and massage therapist and yogi, breathwork goddess, and she will go in and share all of the superfoods that these friends have had amazing transformations. But I'm so honored to get to be here tonight with you all. Again, thank you all for coming. And you know, this company has been around for 28 years, and we've been working with regenerative farming practices and having some of the cleanest food on the market with live dehydration. And we'll touch on that a little bit later. But I'm honored to get to introduce one of my lovely ladies in the team. Her name is Tammy Trissel, two of her ladies whose lives have changed 100% because of this beautiful nutrition. And we have the Meghans on the line. We have two Meghans, and both of these ladies are incredible. They've both gone and done hair for both of them 20 years. Tammy also did hair. I personally did hair as well for 28 years. So we, even though we don't know each other quite as well as we'd love to quite yet, we know the lives that we've been leading, and we know the type of work and standing and the way to take care of ourselves through that time. I have chills talking about it right now, to know like what we've all been through and how much of a toll that takes on the body. And for me, myself, I did find superfoods many years ago, and I would bring like 64 ounces of water and 64 ounces of a superfood smoothie that you could like hold upside down in the very beginning. It was quite intense back in the day. I had no idea like how to mix and match, but now we've found this amazing goodness. So we have Mehgan Miner on tonight. She is a mama of 4 amazing children. And she's, like I said, been in the beauty industry for 20 years. And now she's doing education for hair and different companies with that. So I'd love to open up the mic for you and to share your story and what has been going on for you. What were you up to before Purium? And then what's it been like lately?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kimberly. So again, my name is Mehgan Miner, and I've been in the industry for over 20 years, the hair industry, and I worked behind the chair up until about 4 years ago. At that time, I knew I was coming to the end of the cycle of being able to stand behind the chair for long periods of time. I was also educating at that time. That's actually how Tammy and I met, was through educating with a product company called Sexyhair Concepts. Many years ago now. It's been about 16 years, I think, since that time. We always stay connected online on Facebook. And I saw Tammy go through all of her health struggles over that time. And then she just radically improved over, a few year process. And so I was following her and I started reaching out to her and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is this magic you found? Because I had a chronic pain condition called fibromyalgia. I was diagnosed when I was 14 years old, so I was quite young. And so I was told my whole life I'm not to be a hairdresser, don't do anything where you're standing all day. So of course, that's exactly what I did, because that's what I do. But I was really struggling with pain, and I noticed over the years that like my diet definitely tied into that. I also had trouble with IBS. and just different health things. And I travel a lot for work, and I actually travel more for work now than I ever have. So I'm going back and forth from the US to Canada and across the country. And so that means there's a lot of eating out. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of just like the whole culture within the industry. It's very much work hard, play hard. And so it was really detrimental to my health. And finally, back in February, I reached out to her and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let me, like, what is it? Tell me what I need to do. Take my money, whatever whatever needs to happen. Let's make it happen. And I got the Ultimate Transformation Kit. And I started it. And I would say after 2 weeks, my husband actually was like, what is going on? You're in like such a great mood. You seem to be so much happier. Like whatever you're doing, it's working. And I literally, all I did was start taking the superfoods, the drinks, the green drinks, and starting that ultimate transformation process. And I was shocked at how quickly it changed, like how I felt. My mood especially, because I really didn't, I've heard about it, how it's very tied together, but I never actually like really experienced it before until I started taking Purium. And so I continued taking it over the last like several months. But I was traveling a lot, so it wasn't super consistent through the whole time, but I did notice when I was taking it consistently, I felt the best. So about 3 weeks ago, I started doing the actual lifestyle transformation where I was very strict. I was doing 2 shakes a day. I'm taking the aminos. I'm doing the whole thing. Also the apothecary. Oh my God, it's so good. When I first started taking it, I had to like stop myself from wanting to drink it all day. So I sleep better. My mood is better. My digestion is better. My energy is better. And as somebody who does manage a lot, I have a pretty big job now managing 4 teams. I've got about 40 people under me that I manage. And I work with several distributors just across the country. I work with 4 brand teams. So I'm go, go, go all the time. And I actually have the energy now to do it all. Where before I was exhausted at the end of the day, I wasn't sleeping properly because I was so stressed. I wasn't nourishing my body, and I didn't have the tools that I needed in order to feel successful with my health. So I felt like I could either be successful with work or be successful with my health. And now I feel I can actually, it's married together now. And it's so easy. And when I first started and I got everything, it felt a little bit overwhelming when I was looking at it all, but with the little chart, I'm all about the chart. I need visuals. I'm a hairstylist at heart. And I'm checking off my little marks every day. It was actually so simple. It's the simplest thing. And I'm also noticed like my cravings are less. I was eating all the time just because I like food. And now I'm eating, but I'm eating better food, and that's what I want. I don't want the other things now. And it just, again, it was just shocking to me how quickly it happened. I really felt like it was supposed to be this long, drawn out process. Like I've been eating this way for 40 years. So how am I ever going to change, and get away from all of this stuff? And it really has been very simple. I definitely have gotten a lot of support from Tammy, and now in a group with Yarrow. She's been amazing as well, and a wealth of knowledge. But I feel so much more successful with it and excited about it. And, the difference has been amazing. Even like my face and my eyes, I can see there's a little bit more life there, when you're like on the road for long periods of time and you're like constantly giving to other people, it really does drain you a lot. And so I really feel like that nourishment, and it's just, I don't know. I can't say enough about it. I love it. It's been great. I use a lot of the products. I'm starting to get my husband on it now because he's also a very busy entrepreneur. And so he's seeing the difference that I have. So now he's like, what are you doing? I need that. So I made him a little kit for work, and I bring it with me when I travel. So I have I actually just got the Purium travel blender. So I was really excited about that because I kept seeing Tammy's and I was like, I need that. But I have literally a bag that I take all of my superfoods with me when I travel, so that I stop at the store when I get down there. So I get organic. I usually like to mix mine with organic almond milk because I just like the texture better. So I pick that up and I take it to the hotel with me, and I just make my shakes twice a day while I'm out, and I'm good to go. Like I have the energy, and they can't beat this. Oh my gosh. If you haven't tried that, that is like a game changer if you need energy. I stopped drinking coffee, and as a hairdresser, coffee is sort of like hand in hand with being a hairstylist. So I'm like, I don't even know who I am anymore, but I like it. It's been amazing. So I feel great. My pain is like almost non-existent, which is also really, really impactful for me. And so now I'm really focusing on just continuing to kind of nourish my body, eliminate toxins, just sort of continuing with this lifestyle, because it feels so sustainable now and so achievable now. And the difference in how I feel is just, it's hands down the best thing I ever did. So Tammy, thank you so much. I know you're not able to talk on the call, but I can't thank you enough for sharing your experience, because if I hadn't seen your transformation and the difference it's made in your life, I don't think I would have ever done it. And so now it's my turn.
Wow, Megan, it's so music to our ears and hearts and just every part of our being. It's what we all wish for in every single way, to have someone have that type of experience. So we just, bow to you in your dedication to it and everything. Yeah, you're all just giving me chills so much tonight. So congratulations. I know Tammy would be jumping up and down, and thank you so much for sharing. Really, really powerful. And that's why we come here, to share these amazing stories. So thank you so much. So we'll come to our next Meghan Calido, and she is also, stylist, but she's also a mom of 5, and she is a holistic herbalist, and she too has been doing hair for 20 years, but, who knows what gets to happen next. And her transformation has been amazing too. And her joy, the effervescent bubbling forth of joy, is happening for her as well. So please come on and share your story. And let's have you unmute.
Okay. Hi, sorry, I was having unmuting issues. Yeah, so I have done hair for 20 years. About 5 years ago, I got super sick from mold in my home. And I honestly feel like I had to heal myself, because doctors just kept telling me it was all in my head. And I know a big portion of it was that I wasn't taking care of myself. Like Megan said, we live off of coffee. It goes hand in hand with being a hairdresser. And so I was like a 40 ounce a day, and my body was really down. And then there was mold in my workspace, and I got super sick. The floor ripped out from under me. I had about 10 diagnoses and 6 medications by the end of it. By the time I thought that this isn't working for me. And so I have been on this healing journey for about 4 years, and Tammy actually sent me a package of superfoods, and 2 of them, the berry and appleberry and dark berry. And I had those for about a week. And when I looked at the ingredients, I was like, okay, well, the ingredients pass, but like, this is probably gonna taste terrible. And it tasted so good. And I had such a great week. I was like, I definitely need this in my life. Um, Before she sent it to me, I had put a deposit down on a space to open my herbal business and my holistic health practice. And I did not have an open date. I actually worked out of there for 2 months without an open date, because I just didn't have the energy. And I also had this like scared feeling in the back that like the floor was going to get ripped out from under me again, because I knew, I mean, as a holistic health practitioner, I know that like I wasn't fully healthy. Like my mind was still everywhere, and bowel movement wise, like I always look there, 'cause that's an indicator for health. And I was like, that's not right. So like I knew there was still stuff off, and I was still really just not motivated. Um, so yeah, she sent me that in September, I think the beginning of September, and I had an open date within 2 weeks. And then I was just like, I need this stuff in my life every day. So I was super excited to start the transformation. Um, I think I was like 3 or 4 days into the ULT when I was like, my gosh, I'm just so happy and I have so much energy. And I know Tammy told me like I wasn't going to want coffee anymore. And I can't even believe that that is an actual thing that I don't drink coffee anymore. Like I have my shakes and I have my beets, and I have what feels like endless bounds of energy all day long. And I have poured that into my business, and I was able to open the doors October 1st. So that's just going great, and the Purium's going great. I did have a couple years ago, I had well, actually like 4 years ago, and it was one of the first symptoms I had, urinary issues. Like I could not hold my urine good, and I hate to say that at like 36, I'm like taking stock in poise pads and stuff. And as of recently, like within this past summer, I noticed that every time I went to the bathroom to pee, I'd have to sit there for like a minute with water running, and I couldn't go. And I just thought, I do not want to go back to the urologist. And the testing they did in the beginning was so terrible. The tubes they put in places that should not be, it was awful. Um, but that I just noticed this week, like, I mean, I've noticed that it's been a little less and less, but like this week, I'm 3 weeks into the ULT, and I am going to the bathroom like a champ, and I am able to hold it, and I'm not having any leaking before or after trying to get to the bathroom. And so that's amazing, because I didn't want to go to the doctor again. Um, but yeah, no, it's been a complete change, and my kids are dipping into it. My wife was completely like, I don't want your shakes. I don't want your shakes. Now she's like living off of them, and she has epilepsy, and so hers are really related to foods. Like foods trigger hers all the time, and she has not had any issues. So like usually I'll give her something to try, and she'll be like, I can't have that. That'll give me a seizure. And she's been just like living off of Purium. I think she's at like 4 or 5 shakes a day. She loves them. She loves everything with it. So now both of us are doing it. I've lost 10 pounds, so that's a plus. And I don't know, I've just been way more active because I just have more energy and more patience. And I know it's all exciting, and I can't wait to finish like the full 90 days and see where I am. But yeah, I'm so grateful. I am really grateful that Tammy sent me that first package, because I don't think I would have, as being in the field that I'm in, people bring these things to me all the time. And I look at the ingredients and I'm like, yeah, I'm not eating that. Like you got sugar in there and things I can't pronounce. And like, I could not believe at first the ingredient list, and then the taste behind it was like, wow. And I think Megan touched on this too, how easy it is to incorporate in your life. Like I am busy. We only have 2 children left at home, but still that's 2 extra people we have to get to and from. Then on top of working at the salon and also taking health consults and opening my store, like there hasn't been a lot of time for me to incorporate the stuff I should be. And so Purium just makes it easy. Like I make my shake and bring it with me, or I bring the powder and just shake it up at work. And it's just been, I keep telling people, like, it's so easy to do this and to incorporate in your life. It is the easiest cleanse I have ever done, detox I've ever done. Like I'm just feeling really good, and I'm sleeping really great too. So the apothecary is the bomb. But yeah, that's my story.
It's such a beautiful one. Thank you, Megan. Wow, just so much to celebrate all the time, and to have that type of joy coming in and your body coming back into balance. This is why we love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Tammy,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So this is the time where we turn it over to Miss Yarrow, and we'll have her share about what these ladies are talking about and really go into the details with it. And if anyone has any questions at the end, we'd love to open that up as well. So Yarrow, if you want to share a little bit, and I'll open up the screen.
Right. So the ladies are talking today about the ultimate lifestyle transformation. I think I actually have one right here, so let me grab it.
It's so amazing to have so much goodness come through just from putting pure food into the body.
Right. It's so wonderful hearing what everybody has to say about it. It's 5 products and they are so synergistically beautiful together that they are actually working with your body on a cellular level. And the beginning portion is to really start to alkalize the body. Kimberly's showing the picture here where there's the Power Shake. Those big bags of foil bags are actually home compostable bags, which is another reason we absolutely love this company so much. They really have so much integrity and are always thinking about what the things that they do are going to affect the world and the planet as a whole. And of course, all of the ingredients and the products then are how going to affect the people. So in those bags is the Power Shake, and it is a green drink with just a really nice blend of ingredients. As Megan mentioned, I also am an herbalist and a holistic health practitioner. Now I'm doing regenerative health, so leaning even more toward the root cause and cellular health in general. And the ingredients are just beautiful. They're really clean. Everything is grown on our own farms. It is harvested at peak ripeness, which means that it's going to have all of the enzymes and the amino acids active in the product, where a lot of other companies that might not be the case. Sourcing is really important. So we're so happy that we're able to source all our own stuff. Then those items are brought and they're juiced and then wind dehydrated at low temperatures. So again, not to lose any nutritional integrity. Another product that comes with the box is the Super Amino 23. So you have 2 shakes a day, and that's like having 2 massive salads with huge varietal color and nuts and seeds and berries and every single thing that you might want to ever have on a salad and more. Nutritionally saturating all the cells with every nutrient that they might be reaching out for at any time for any of the bodily functions. Then there's the Super Amino 23, which is a pre-digested protein. It's called 99% net nitrogen utilization, which means that usually when you eat a steak or other animal protein, you're only able to absorb between 13 and 30% of that protein to be utilized in the body. And it takes a minimum of 4 hours for that process to happen, a maximum of on up to days. These super aminos are vegan protein and they're already pre-digested. So they have no waste product. So that 13 to 30% that you absorb of an animal protein that you're going to use, that the rest of it is all waste and it has to be processed by the kidneys. And it's usually difficult and hard on the kidneys to process protein. This all goes into building tissue in your body. So Megan mentioned that her pelvic floor is shifting, is changing right away. She's only been on it for 3 days. These kind of nutrients that are this high quality come into our bodies and are able to make changes in our cells wherever we need them. So they'll go where they're needed most. And this will build the tissue that needs to be built the most. It also is good and satiating, and people take it before workouts. It helps to build tissue while you do nothing. So you don't even have to be an athlete to be able to utilize it. It was created for people in a coma in the hospital so that they didn't waste away quite literally from doing nothing in bed. So you can grow from that. The other product or another product is the Biomedic, and that's there in the photo too. These are capsules and they are prebiotic, probiotic, and also a patented formula that removes glyphosate from the body. Glyphosate is an herbicide that is afflicting all of us. It is eating holes in our digestive system, quite literally. It will eat holes through your stomach and allow your stomach acid to leak out into your body. And it also eats holes then in the small and large intestine and then becomes leaky gut. And as you have leaky gut, your immune system is on the other side of your gut, and your immune system will respond to that in a not very helpful way, often just beginning to attack your body, as now all of the autoimmune diseases are on the rise, very much so in the last 10 years, probably even 20. And glyphosate was introduced into the market on a pretty big scale right around like 1984, 1986. So this biomedic will remove 74% of glyphosate from the body in a 6-week trial. And it makes a huge difference in how you feel in your gut. And then, as both ladies reported, and so does everyone else, your levels of joy and happiness and patience and being able to manage stress and just like feel alive and solid and stable are really, really heightened when you're treating your gut so wonderfully. Your gut is your second brain. It has a ton to do with how you feel and also with how your brain works. So that's the biomedic. And then you see bottles of apothecary there. That is a concentrated tart cherry juice, which has been used traditionally, probably for centuries. Grandmas give it to people who have gout or are starting to get sick or need a diuretic, and it will bind with uric acid and help it get out of the body. Uric acid is at the core on our cellular level of a lot of problems, having acidity too high, that this whole program works against to help us get alkaline. So when you're alkaline, you have more electrons, everything moves better, your cells can all move past each other more fluidly, it's cooler, it's not so sticky. And then when you're acidic, everything's really hot and inflamed. So acid equals inflammation and alkalinity equals deflammation or not inflammation. And the apothecary is really, really great to help us balance our circadian rhythms and helps us create our own melatonin. So you don't necessarily want to take a melatonin supplement, because when you take melatonin, and especially because it's a hormone, then your body doesn't continue to make it. It notices that it's getting it from somewhere else, so it stops. This actually promotes our cells to do what they're supposed to do and to make the melatonin that they need. So the sleep that you get when you first start on the ultimate lifestyle transformation is amazing. And then oftentimes a week or so in, you start to have really vivid dreams and everything gets like a little crazy with your sleeping. Like there's this time where you're balancing out, and it's really quite wonderful. And then later on, sleep is so important for rebuilding everything. So you're waking up first thing in the morning and you're taking your super aminos and you're starting to build your tissues right away. And you just had a really great sleep with your apothecary. You're binding all to the acids in the body and getting them out. So for Meghan number 1, when you have stuff like fibromyalgia and body pain, all of the ingredients in the ultimate lifestyle transformation come together to create a place where you're drawing out the things that are no longer needed. And you stop craving the other stuff, like you stop craving sugar, you stop craving your coffee, whatever the things are that you're drawn to. Some people eat potato chips, the things, it balances you out, because mostly we're having cravings to fulfill a nutritional deficiency. And so as your nutritional deficiencies are filled entirely with this, then you're not having your cravings anymore. One other thing that comes with the program that I don't see here in my kit, but it's another bag of pills, and it's right there in the front. The Super Cleanser is just a really nice, gentle parasite cleanse and colon cleanser. Because when you're doing something like this and you're trying to balance out your system and you're promoting all this detoxification, you're getting everything stirred up, parasites will definitely become active, and you want to be able to kill those if possible. And Candida also falls in the category of a parasite, and a lot of us have Candida overgrowth. And the gentleness of the colon cleanse is really appreciated by everyone. It's not like a running to the bathroom kind of a cleanse at all. It just promotes peristalsis and keeping things moving through the colon so that the parasites that have died off can get out. And when you promote detoxification of the colon, then all of your other organs will follow suit and be able to detoxify as well. Your liver dumps into your bowels, that prompts your kidneys, and everything gets to flush out and get cleaned out. I think that's everything specifically about the kit. There's some different options. You see here the ULT plus collagen, ULT plus immune. The Immune has the vitamins A, C, D, E, and zinc, has a pack of zinc aid that comes with it. All of those are essential nutrients. That means you have to get them from outside the body. Your body can't make them. That's a really nice one. Everybody cannot pretty much start on any of these that they wanted to. The Immune is nice because for people that have been malnourished, the one with collagen will help to build connective tissue. And it doesn't actually give you collagen. It again teaches your body how to make collagen with the ingredients that are in there, which is much more beneficial than just taking collagen. And then last but not least on the end is the ULT plus Performance. And this is just a really great pack with an expanded product line for working out and giving you energy for pre-workout and helping you build more tissue for post-workout. And also it's got super antioxidants that you can take right after you work out so that the tears that you make when you're weightlifting actually are healed up as you're working out so you don't get sore, which I think is magical. Super hydrating. They've got electrolytes. The Can't Beat This is wonderful and was mentioned, I think by both Megans, definitely Meghan number one. It's just a really lovely mix. It replaces coffee really beautifully and gives tons of energy. It will increase circulation. Beets are notoriously good for everything, your heart, your kidneys, your liver. And that's a really nice pack as well. All of the packs are working totally synergistically with your body, and none of them are really set up specifically for weight loss, but weight loss is usually a side effect, definitely, from what's occurring from all the balance that's coming in the body. So far, I haven't had anyone who got on the program and actually didn't like it. It just fits into your life. It's really simple to either add the 2 shakes a day and do it as an actual program, or to add just to what you're already doing. When you start nutritionally saturating your cells, even when you're still eating the garbage, you start to clean out anyway, and it makes you feel happier, and feeling happier makes you want to eat better and take better care of yourself and get exercise. So I'm definitely sold, and I love the whole program. The transformation that I had was really mind-blowing for me. I've been a health practitioner for 25 years. I see clients and I would put together layouts of what I was going to be suggesting for them, and like go on Amazon and click on this link and order this, and click on this link and order this, and on, maybe 5, 7 products. And now it's just like, just start with the ultimate lifestyle transformation, and so many of your ailments just begin to fall away, that it really lets you see where you're at from there. And the level of joy and confidence, personal development that comes from taking care of yourself to this degree is kind of mind-blowing, that it even happens that way just from really offering your body what it needs nutritionally.
Thank you for giving me chills the whole entire night, friends. Thank you, Yarrow. This is so precious to all of us. That's why we come here every week and have this incredible offering. So, you know, the kit itself, Meghan, Calido has $100 gift certificate for you. So, and anyone, Yarrow as well, anyone that sent this, if you're watching the replay, give back to them, because they would love to offer $100 off. You know, there's no $100 off things out there in the world to be able to have organic food, nutrition like this come to your doorstep in home compostable packaging, with the community that it also brings as well. So the type of community and the people that are drawn to Purium are literally some of the most magical people that I've ever been blessed to have in my life. And there's something really special about the type of dedication that people are willing to offer. And just what Yarrow said, like, once you start taking care of yourself that well, it's just, you can trust the people that you are engaging in life with. And I think that's a really huge gift in a time where trust and freedom, and really being able to trust where our food comes from, in a time where, I just moved and there somehow people are still driving through Chick-fil-A, just lining up all day long. And it breaks my heart. So I'm just so thankful that there's so many, and there's so many more of you out there that we're all going to find, and we're going to keep sharing these stories. So whoever is sending you this recording, it was your handpicked, and we really wanted to have you listen and have you join us in this beautiful self-care, self-love, magic carpet ride of goodness. So get back to the person that shared this with you. And ladies, thank you so much. I know Tammy would just be doing backflips to say thank you to both of you. And it was really great to have you both on. Thank you for your time. Thank everyone for their time. Thank you, Yarrow. And we'll end the recording and we'll do our superfood giveaway. And if there's any questions, we'll offer that space as well. So thank you so much.